like to officially welcome you to our press conference this morning as we announce the results of a very significant operation. The Leon County Sheriff's Office, along with our partners at Homeland Security, as well as the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, are to be commended for their efforts today and the results of this operation with major impact throughout our community. With that, I turn it over to Sheriff Walt McNeil for opening remarks.
Thank you, Shonda. First of all, I just came in and I can't say enough about our staff and the great job you do, not only in this mission, but in the various missions that you take on to keep Leon County safe. I'm going to read these prepared remarks. Operation Resolution, Leon County Sheriff's Office arrests 19 individuals as part of its ongoing commitment to combat sex trafficking and exploitation in Leon County. The Sheriff's Office has spearheaded a multi-agency operation over 2 days in January. Operation Resolution aimed at stopping the purchase of potential human trafficking victims. As a result of the Capital City Human Trafficking Task Force, comprised of LCSO, Homeland Security investigators, and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, was responsible for the arrest of, as I said, 19 individuals, 49 contacts for solicitation, 80 contacts for human trafficking of juvenile victims, and multiple ongoing investigations. This operation sends a clear message to those involved in illegal sex trafficking in our community. Our greatest priority is protecting and serving the citizens of this community, and we will not hesitate whatsoever in going after these persons who are involved in hurting the least of these, our children in our community. Our Special Investigation Unit is to be commended for identifying, recovering, and stabilizing the victims of human trafficking and bringing these predators to justice, making our community safer. Of the 19 individuals arrested and connected with Operation Resolution, here's what their profiles look like. A suspect oncology surgeon and college professor, one of the persons. Another is a suspect, undocumented male person, currently held by ICE. Another is a suspect guardian at a local elementary school. Following that, we have a suspect who's a volunteer firefighter in one of our neighboring communities. And 2 suspects traveled from Louisiana to our community to engage in this type of crime. Again, we will continue in every possible way we can to find these persons and to get them off the streets of our community. Make no mistake about it. If you're out there and you're involved in soliciting our youth, involved in sex trafficking, we're committed to coming after you. And I am so delighted with our partnerships to make this happen. This is, as I've always said, it takes all of us all in, engaged in terms of trying to find these persons in our community and keeping our community safe. And at this point, I'd like to ask Homeland Security Investigator, Supervisory Special Agent John Shields to come forward. John, here.
Good morning. My name is John Shields, and I'm a Supervisory Special Agent with Homeland Security Investigations here in Tallahassee. First off, thank you, Sheriff, for giving us the opportunity to come together once again to highlight the successes of the Capital City Human Trafficking Task Force's multi-layered approach of reducing end-user demand, identifying, rescuing, and stabilizing victims, and dismantling human trafficking organizations. The Department of Homeland Security's Center for Countering Human Trafficking estimates there are 28 million men, women, and children subjected to human trafficking worldwide. Although Homeland Security Investigations is a global leader in combating human trafficking, it is commonly our relationships here locally that break open these international investigations. Locally, through the efforts of the deputies and agents of the Capital City Human Trafficking Task Force, we have identified over 60 victims here locally in the community since the inception of the task force just under 2 years ago. As our partnerships have continued to grow, our agents and deputies have been able to use each other's unique abilities to rescue victims and stop offenders. It's the bringing together of each of our expertise that has been a force multiplier protecting Tallahassee. Every time we come together, it seems like our operations have been more and more successful, and that's because we have gotten better at using each and every tool in our toolbox. HSI has been able to provide investigative, analytical, technological, and financial resources that have expanded cases that started here in Tallahassee that are now being investigated across the country and even internationally. HSI will continue to invest in our partnerships within the community and with the Sheriff's Office to stop human trafficking in Tallahassee. I'm now going to bring up Rachel Keller from the Sheriff's Office.
Good morning. As he said, my name is Sergeant Rachel Keller. I'm with the Leon County Sheriff's Office Special Investigative Unit. Thank you all for being here. Please take a moment to focus your attention on the screens located on either side of the room for a short video. As previously stated, we are gathered to announce the successful conclusion of a significant operation targeting individuals who perpetuate the demand for human trafficking, those who seek to exploit vulnerable individuals for sex. Thanks to the collaboration between law enforcement and our dedicated community partners, we have made significant progress in confronting this issue head on. This operation has exposed a dark reality within our society, but more importantly, it has sent a clear message: human trafficking will not be tolerated. Human trafficking is a heinous violation of human rights, dignity, and freedom. It destroys lives, shatters families, and leaves scars that last a lifetime. One of the most crucial elements of this crisis is the demand for victims, which is driven by sex buyers. By targeting these buyers, we are attacking the root of the problem. As law enforcement, our mission is not only to dismantle the networks enabling trafficking, but to target every facet of this criminal industry. This operation was specifically aimed at those who believe they can pay for sex without facing consequences. I am proud to announce the successful completion of Operation Resolution, a 2-day operation running from January 23rd to the 24th, dedicated to dismantling the market that drives exploitation. Our focus was on sex buyers, those who attempt to exploit vulnerable women. This operation sends a powerful message. Purchasing sex is not only illegal, but it supports a horrific industry, and those who seek to buy it are just as responsible for these crimes as those who sell it. Throughout this operation, our team comprised of 30-plus detectives and agents from the Leon County Sheriff's Office, Homeland Security Investigations, and Florida Department of Law Enforcement used a variety of investigative and covert techniques to gather evidence and arrested individuals who sought to exploit others. We successfully arrested 19 individuals, including school employees, surgeons, and business owners, on various charges. In addition, there were 80 contacts made with individuals attempting to purchase a minor trafficking victim, and we anticipate further arrests in the future. However, this operation is about much more than just the arrest. It is about sending a strong and unequivocal message. The purchase of sex is not only legal, but it fuels a dark and tragic industry. By targeting the demand, we reduce the power of traffickers and disrupt their operations. Our ultimate goal is to ensure that no one becomes a victim of trafficking, and that those who attempt to buy and sell human beings face their due consequences. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the individuals and agencies involved in this operation. The dedication and tireless effort shown by all the law enforcement agencies, including Homeland Security Investigations and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, as well as the financial support from the Florida Sheriff's Association, have been invaluable. But we must remember, this is just the beginning. Our commitment to protecting the most vulnerable members of our community will remain unwavering. And finally, we ask everyone to stay vigilant. If you suspect human trafficking or see something suspicious, we urge you to report it. If you see something, say something. Human trafficking can happen in plain sight, and it's up to us as a community to bring an end to the exploitation and suffering that so many are forced to endure. Thank you. And I'm going to turn it back over to the sheriff.
Thank you. Well, obviously, our efforts have allowed us to get some people off of our streets. But as Sarge just said, we got a lot of work to do. There's an epidemic, you might say, of trafficking throughout our nation. And we are committed to making sure that folks in our community are safe.